I got drugs. I have no recollection of what really happened last night. Now I'm really just trying to put bits and pieces of my night back together. It's the bun for me. It's the bun for me. The way you're moving out here so gracefully. That's my best singing voice, and I don't know the words. I don't ever know the words. But welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl, Amanda Michelle, and I'm back with another story time that I promised y'all. As you can see from the title, it's I Got Drugs. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so flashback to my birthday. I was turning 29. I turned 29 and I called this dude I used to mess with in Jackson because I knew I was going home. And I'm like, hey, what's up? Had mimosas all day, drunk. Call him like, what's up? I'm coming home tomorrow. Like, we should lean, get real turned up, and have sex, basically. So, of course, he's like, yeah, we should definitely do that. Just hit me up. So, boom. I get to Jackson. He hit me up like, what you want to do, what kind of liquor you want to drink. I can get some Hennessy, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, whatever you want to do. He like, where you want to go? I'm like, it don't matter. He like, well, we can go to the strip club. We can go last call, M-Bar. Like, baby, it's your world. So, you know, I'm just like, eh. Okay, so I'm getting my hair done. So I'm like, yeah, Hennessy is good. I will text you when I get through getting my hair done. So I text him after I got my hair done. You know, I was feeling myself a little bit. And, you know, I was like, what's up? What'd you end up getting? He like, I got Hennessy, but I got Dr. Pepper or whatever. Is that cool? Do you need me to go get you Coke? I'm like, that's fine, baby. So I pull up to his house, and he got a fifth of Hennessy. And I'm like, okay, well, let me make me a drink. So we go to the kitchen. I make me a little Dr. Pepper and Hennessy. He had been drinking Hennessy straight. And I really don't even think he drink like that. But he had been drinking Hennessy straight. So I'm like, you know, you want to drink or whatever? So I made him a drink. So we back in his room, chilling or whatever, like usual. Usually every time I go over his house, it ends in sex. That's pretty much the reason I go. That's probably the reason I came this time. No, it is the reason. So we watching 85 South Street. That's the first time I really been watching it. So we tripping out because we getting drunk. We taking shots. Then I'm like, let's play this game because he had a deck of cards. So we pull out a deck of cards and it's like, if you get a jack or if you get an odd number, something stupid, you got to take a shot. So we taking shots. I take a snap of the Hennessy bottle. Like, I don't even know why we decided to do these because both of us stupid, but whatever. So by this time, I'm drunk. I'm like, let's go somewhere. He's like, where you want to go? I'm like, let's go to last call. So we get to last call. And mind you, I don't be in the city often or whatever. So when I get to the spots that, you know, I'm plugged in or whatever, I'm like, hey, what's up, my people? So my girl Jessica was behind the bar. So I walk straight to the bag. I'm like, what's up, Jessica? Blah, blah. Let me get a Hennessy, something. Or she might have gave me Remy. You know what I'm saying? We just be happy to see each other again because I used to be there a lot. Working. So she gives me a drink. I might have gave him a drink. I can't even remember. So all I know is I got a drink and me and him go outside to like the patio area, which is usually the fun part. And so we vibe and having a good time out there. I see some of my other friends. I see some people from LA that live in that are from Jackson too. I see them like, hey, we had a good time. We took the weekday. Yeah. So that part started getting kind of fuzzy. Between being outside, I remember seeing the girl that I knew from LA and being happy. And then I really only remember waking up. Like, I remember some small important details, but I only really kind of remember waking up. So fast forward from outside having a good time to waking up in this nigga bed the next morning. I'm like, where's my phone? I see my phone. I'm like, okay, where are my keys? I see my keys. I got everything that I should have had, but I'm like, I have no recollection of what really happened last night. So immediately I started trying to remember what happened last night. So I go on my phone, I get on Instagram. First of all, I done posted this nigga on my story. I ain't never posted this nigga in my life. And at this point, we had been talking probably like 3 years. I'm messing around for like 3 years. Never posted him in my life. Never even made a video of him. Let's be clear. I don't even have a video of me and this nigga in my phone. Like, this is not the type of energy or the type of time I was on when I saw him. It was smash on sight. So anyway, I'm like, dang, I posted this nigga on my Instagram. I'm like, wow, I must really been having a crazy night. So then, of course, I'm trying to see who's seen it or whatever. So then I'm seeing like other videos of me and the girl I was telling y'all about. I'm like, okay, so I did see that girl. I don't have no more videos from the night, except I seen one video where I was being so annoying to this other dude I know, like, he weak, he ain't taking no shot, like, drunk. So I started trying to think about what went on last night, because I had some kind of feeling in my body like last night I feel like was really, really good. And aside from like getting drunk and being the last call, I'm talking about the sex between me and him. Something was telling me like it was really, really good. So I'm like really starting to think about like what went on between us. And I'm like, what? We didn't use no condom, which is not unnormal for us, but I low-key remember him saying, and I high-key remember it now, but I remember him saying, like, I want you to have my baby. I want you to have my baby. And I remember being like, yes, yes. And you know what happened after that? So I remembered that, then I'm like, what else did I do? I'm like, I think I was like, I told this nigga probably pick me up, because I remember being in the air at some point, and this ain't usually how we get down. We just do what we got doing, you know, whatever. But like, pick me up. Then I'm like, okay. Then I start thinking, because for some reason I'm just having this image in my mind of something that I may have did that I've never done before, that I would never do. So I turned to this nigga and I'm like, I don't even want to say it, y'all. I'm like, did I suck your dick? Did I suck your dick? Did I suck your dick last night? And he like, I don't know. Boy, what you mean you don't know? So at this point, I'm like, was I roofied? Was I drugged last night? Like, why can't I remember anything? Like, I don't remember anything. I'm not for sure on nothing. And how you don't remember? Were we both drugged? Like, what happened? So I get my stuff together. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm finna leave because I always skate out in AM. Like, what I'm staying around for? I know that's right. So I get my stuff and get ready to leave. And I realize the insides of my thighs are sore, as if there had been a body between them, banging them for hours. So I'm like, how long was I having sex? Because I have a time limit. So not only did I post this thing on my story, can I not remember nothing from last night? I think I sucked dick. And the insides of my legs are hurting. I remember meeting my homegirl at the mall. She worked at the mall at the time, and I was limping. She's like, come on. And I'm like, girl, I'm doing my best. I'm talking about I was walking slow. So I got to texting him, and I'm like, you know, did you nut at me? Oh, I hope my mama don't watch this. I'm like, did you nut at me? And he was like, man, that Hennessy got the best of... Excuse me? That Hennessy... Boy, what? I was like, so, he was like, so what you want to do? I'm like, plan B. Meanwhile, my guy friend sitting here telling me on the phone, like, there's no way you could have got pregnant. Your cycle about to come on. Mind you, I had tried to rush and hurry up and have sex with this nigga as soon as I got to Jackson because I knew my cycle was finna come on. And I ain't want that to interfere with my plans. I was like, guy, gotcha. And he got me right back, baby. Anyway, so he like, you probably can't even be pregnant. You're not even ovulating right now, whatever. I'm like, I'm not taking no chances, baby. I'd rather take a plan B than have to turn around and do plan A, which would be abort. So I'm like, yeah, we probably need to get a plan B. So then, mind you, you know, I'm still really a baby in this straight world. So I'm like, not only did I possibly suck dick last night? But now I got to take a plan B. I'm like, I'm a real woman. So he sent me the money for the plan B or whatever. I go get the plan B. He don't check back on me to make sure I got a plan B or nothing. I could have trapped this nigga. Not that I would have, but could have. You know what I'm saying? So I move on, and now I'm really just trying to put bits and pieces of my night back together. I'm like, was I drugged last night? I'm literally asking him these questions now, like kind of trying to be joking about it, but also not understanding why I can't remember anything. Like, why don't I know anything for sure? Like, I've been drunk before. I'm a drinker. I drink all the time, but I've never not been able to remember anything, even with somebody like giving me a little hint. Like, I still can't remember. So I was really nervous thinking I got drugged. I did not get drugged. It turns out I got what they call blackout drunk. I thought blackout drunk always meant you black out, as in you pass out. Blackout drunk means you're still awake and aware and functioning like a normal person to other people, for sure, even maybe to yourself. But after you do eventually go to sleep or come down from this drunk, you can't remember anything. That part of your short-term memory is gone. So I'm like, yo, I was blackout drunk. That's what happened to me that night. And that night sticks with me. I will never forget that night because, for one, like I was telling y'all, I really feel like I might have had the best sex of my life that night, and I can't remember it. I only remember bits and pieces. And I also am unsure if I ever sucked dick. And I'm now be debating with myself, like, well, should you just go on living your life saying that you still haven't ever done that? Or should you be like, I might have one night when I was blackout drunk? I don't know. What do y'all think I should do? Drop that in the comments. But y'all, it was just really scary to me. And you guys should really be careful. Look at me about to start preaching you. Really be careful about how much liquor you're drinking. I had to think about me and this nigga really just ran through a fifth of Hennessy on our own and then went out and had more Hennessy. I don't know what I ate that day. I didn't get sick, but it obviously wasn't enough to sustain my brain and my memory because I was blackout drunk, just functioning like I was normal. And I'm sure I was a bundle of fun, but I can't remember it, and I don't like that. I hate that. So yeah, I didn't get drugged, but I was blackout drunk. Well, I could have been drugged, but I don't think I was drugged. I don't think he would do nothing like that, especially. So that's not what I'm saying. But yeah, this is my story about getting blackout drunk and not being sure what the hell really happened to me that night. The world may never know. All I know is I ain't pregnant and I ain't crazy and I might have had really good sex that night. So it wasn't so bad, but it was kind of scary. So yeah, if y'all want more stories about my crazy adventures, just let me know. But in the meantime, in between time, subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram at It's Amanda Michelle so you can see more cute shit like this. I don't curse anymore, it's hard. More cute stuff like this. And yeah, tell somebody to subscribe to me and I'll keep making content. Why do I always whistle?